Are you tired of feeling like no one's really listening? All of us have had to do a presentation before, and we've had to sit through one too. For most of us, it was in high school. We'd go up to the front of the class and begin to talk. The teacher had told everyone to be quiet, and so they were listening, but they weren't actually engaged. If you're like me and you want people to actually be engaged in your presentation, I have a few little things that you can change that can take your presentation to the next level to make it more engaging. Practice and plan. Don't be afraid to ask others for help. The more input you can get, the better. Practicing in front of people and recording yourself help you find those little things that need improving. They help you figure out what works and what doesn't work. It enables you to continuously make these little changes that make your presentation better and better. There is no easy way to a perfect presentation. It takes constant practice, revising, and getting feedback. Every presentation takes practicing and planning. It took Apple presentation designers, technical specialists, marketing professionals, executive, and countless others over 250 hours to perfect one 20-minute product launch. Getting feedback from others is such a crucial part to every presentation. Getting feedback from others helps you fix those things that you might not have seen by yourself. Other people can let you know what you're doing great, but they can also tell you what needs a little bit of work. Good presenters are vulnerable, authentic, and confident, and these things just don't come right away. You have to earn them through months of practice, hard work, and accepting criticism with a growth mindset, and taking that feedback and applying it to your presentations to make it better. Some of the best advice that great presenter and influencer Amanda Palmer received before presenting her TED Talk was from Thomas Dolby. He told her to be totally authentic. When doing a presentation, you have to figure out how you truly feel about the topic and put it into words. After that, you have to make sure that all of the rest of your presentation lines up with those words and complements them. Take a look at this presentation by Amanda Palmer.
As they walked away. So I had the most profound encounters with people, especially lonely people who looked like they hadn't talked to anyone in weeks. And we would get this beautiful moment of prolonged eye contact being allowed in a city street, and we would sort of fall in love a little bit.
Can't you just tell that she is being authentic? Her words and her tone and everything complements each other, and that didn't just magically happen. She practiced for over 4 months before she even stepped on the TED Talk stage, and she presented in front of several other audiences. Being authentic really does take practice. Gestures and body language. They're things that are often overlooked, and you might even think, well, they don't matter that much. But they really do. In a study done with 300 criminal cases whose outcome was known, interviewers were asked to identify if the suspect was telling the truth. The group that only got to hear the audio guessed right 55% of the time, but the group that could only see the suspect's body and his body language with no audio guessed 65% of the time right. That's 10% more accurate without even hearing his tone or words. Your gestures tell the audience whether or not you truly are passionate about what you're speaking, and they also can give emphasis to key moments. Next time you do a presentation, instead of standing like a stiff board, take your hands out of your pockets and move them around. Don't flail them around without meaning, and don't go overboard. Use gestures that show confidence and complement your words. It's important to keep your gestures within your power sphere. That is from the top of your eyes to the tips of your outstretched hands to your belly button. These gestures show confidence and engage your audience. I want you to take a look at one more TED Talk clip from Ernesto Ceroli, who is an Italian economic development expert. First, I'm going to let you listen to the audio while looking at a blank screen, and then I will show you the full clip, both audio and video.
We could not believe, and we were telling the Zambians, look how easy agriculture is. When the tomatoes were nice and ripe and red, overnight, some 200 hippos came out from the river and they ate everything. And we said to the Zambians, my God! We were telling the Zambians, look how easy agriculture is. When the tomatoes were nice and ripe and red, overnight, some 200 hippos came out from the river and they ate everything. And we said to the Zambians, my God!
Wasn't it so much more engaging when you got to see his gestures and body language instead of just looking at a blank screen? It really is a testament to how much your gestures really do impact your audience. I like to give credit to Carmine Gallo's book, Talk Like TED, that goes further into depth about all these topics. So remember, plan and practice your presentation over and over. Take your hands out of your pocket and do gestures that complement your words and show confidence. And like Thomas Dolby said, be totally authentic.